All right. Hello guys. Welcome to my very first explanation video of a few things here in Miscrits. Main topic of this video, of course, has to do with stats and breeding. So I actually have created here. Hold on one sec. Let me just find it. Yeah, I've created this. Some basic explanations on how things work and just pretty much just stats in general. So I'm gonna pick out a few miscrits here that I would like to use as an example, right? So let's find this, and then uh, common speeds. All right. Okay, so that's just going to be my miscrits to use for explanation. So the reason why I wanted to do this video in the first place is because plenty of people are very much misinformed on how stats works, um, and just breeding in general. So I wanted to make this video as like an explanation, just introductory on stats and breeding. So first and foremost, you have to understand first that there is a point system. It's not really in the game. I just created this on my own, but this is generally how I understand things. All right, so again, there is a point system in play. So here's how I'd explain it. So for white stats, it's going to be a value of 0. For green, it's a value of 1. And then for red, its value is -1. So as you guys can see, if you have all white stats, that's going to be a C plus. If you have all green stats, that's going to be an S plus. If you have red stats, all it's F minus. It's I have an explanation here or an example. So you have here the spark pine all red, which is an F minus. Of course, S plus all green, and then what was that other explanation that I have? I have here an epic. Yep, all white stats. Don't even ask me how I got this guy and how I leveled him up and give him relics. Anyways, this is the all white. You guys can see C plus, which is same with our explanation here. All right, so yeah, a lot of people are misinformed on A pluses generally because this is pretty much the desired stats for a lot of one bar miscrits. If you guys wanted some explanations as well or videos about red speeds and PvP in general, I'm also willing to make a video about that at some point in time if a lot of you guys would request it. In any case, back at the topic at hand, which is stats. So as mentioned, I have created here like a point system for them. So again, white 0, green 1, and then red -1. So as you guys saw, 6 points. If you have all green stats, that's going to be an S plus. Right, pretty easy. If you have, for example, a miscrit with that is an S, let's say it's a white speed. So for example, it's green. So HP is green, so +1. Speed is white, so +0, so that still is 1. So EA now is +1, so that comes to a total of 2 because 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, that comes to a total of 5 points, which you get the S. I have here proof of an S miscrit. Yeah, for example, you have white health. So +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 points, 0. That is the S stat you get there. Going back, right? So for example, you now have the desired stat, which is, let's say, an A plus. So that's going to be, let's say HP is green, so +1, speed -1, so your count now is back to 0, and then EA +1, PA +1, which is green, +1, +1, get a total of 4 points, which is an A plus. Of course, I have a proof of an A plus here. So plus, that's 1, minus 1, plus 1 becomes 2, 3, 4. 4 points in total for A plus. Now, generally, that's all that you really want for a miscrit and A plus. But sometimes you get this. You get an A or a B plus. Generally, for competitive miscrits, you are gonna want S plus to B plus. So I do have a few examples of A plus or A and B plus miscrits. So I'm going to show you some examples right now. So here is one of those A miscrits you guys see in the rating here. So plus 1, minus 1 is 0, plus 1, 0, 2, 3. So that's a total of 3 points. You guys can see here 3 points, which is A. And then you also have, of course, the B minus as mentioned. So 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 2, 3, I think, maybe, or 2. No, that's 2 points. 2 points because this is the only plus ones here. So that's generally what you would see. Another thing to mention, if you guys are unsure whether a stat of a miscrit should be a red or a green, all you have to do is check here in the Miscripedia. So you can see here the reason why red speed miscrits you have to have them at red speed is because they have 1 bar of speed right here. And then of course you check on their main stats and their final attack. So this guy's final attack is an elemental attack. Its elemental damage is also a 5 bar, so you want that green. Now the physical, as you guys can see, this can either be white or red. Okay, it can either be white or red, but the rest of the stats, health, defenses, both, all of them should be green. That's why we have here the B plus with red speed and red PA. Don't bother with the bonuses just yet because I'm yet to do some rebonusing on this guy. He's not really that meta at the moment, so I really would not like to, spend some time on it. But still, really good stats. 30 stats and then 30 in speed, so pretty low in speed. In any case, that's a little bit of a tangent outside. So yeah, that's pretty much how the stats work within the Miscrits. That's a total, I guess, of 8 minutes of explanation there. So I hope that you guys understand. If you have any other questions, of course, you guys can comment them down below. I'll be more than willing to answer them for you. All right, so going back with the other photo here, let me close this up just to make sure I don't miss it. Okay, this could be a little bit confusing. All right, this could be a little bit confusing. And for that, I would like to go to the breeder. I'm gonna do some basic breeding here just to show you guys some example. All right, so I do have plenty of miscrits, but I don't really have a miscrit to breed. Let me just check my red speeds. Okay, RS, okay. Okay. I don't really have any miscrits to breed. In any case, as mentioned, I'll make an example later on. Okay, so going back, now comes the breeding explanation. Okay, so each time that you breed, right, each time that you breed, you have a 33% chance that each miscrit will come out. So for example here, you have miscrit A, miscrit B, and miscrit C. So let's just find a very good base example here. Let's see. See, this is, I don't really have a miscrit to breed red speed, but let's see if we could find something here. Okay. Do it. Okay. let's do red speed then. Since white. All right, so for example, I have three Miscrits. I'm gonna try to breed just the regular Miscrits that I have, not the S pluses, but just S. All right, so let's say I have here, should be different Miscrits. All right, so yeah, for example, here I have Miscrit A, which is Fruzy, Miscrit B, Lumite, and then Miscrit C, Mistraxol. So I have here a total of 33% chance for each to come out of the breeding. Now their stats, let's check. This one's a white speed. This one is, see, this one also is a white speed. This one's a white physical defense. Let's find a Lumite that is a different white. Okay, white EA. All right. So based on this explanation here, so for example, you have here HP, which is the main stat. All of them are green. That means you have a 99% that the miscrit that will come out will have green stat. So let's check them. All have green health. Yep. So you can 100% assure that the miscrit that will come out will have green HP. Now, also in this example, I have here red speeds. I didn't really have a Miscrit to breed to red speed, so I didn't really have or didn't want to use that. In any case, red speeds. So you have your first, the Miscrit A, which is a red speed, Miscrit B, which is a green speed, and then the Miscrit C with red speed. So here you have a 66% chance that the outcome will be a negative or a red speed, and then a 33% that the outcome will be a green speed. So yeah, that's going to be for the speed. And then that's also going to depend still on the miscrit that will come out, whether it will be miscrit A, miscrit B, or miscrit C. So that's just a general example of breeding in general. So for example, this is the setup of the miscrits that you have. So miscrit A is an A plus red speed, miscrit B is an S plus green speed, and then miscrit C is a red speed and white EA. So for example, you're breeding for a woolly. This is a S plus woolly. And then you have here an A plus or an A plus red speed and then an A with white elemental attack. So the odds of you getting an A plus red speed is 66%, and then you have also 33% chance that the outcome will be an S plus green speed, and then another 33% chance that the outcome will be an A with white elemental attack. And that is on top of course, the 33% chance that that miscrit will come out. So all in all, breeding is very, very confusing and very, very much luck based. So although generally I have like for each patch of miscrits, I have like a tactic that I do. I learn the patterns. If you guys wanted a video on that, of course, I will be open to making that. If you guys, of course, would request that, I, can make that if I have enough time. Explain to you guys what I do with my breeds because let's just say we breed this. I believe for this patch, this is going to be the outcome. Straxel is going to be 3. Let's see if I'm correct. I was wrong. In any case, I haven't really bred in quite a while because I pretty much have all of the legendaries at all perfect stats. Of course, Singularitas S plus or Voidatron S plus, Chimp S plus, Blighted S plus, Light S plus, S plus, A plus, and Armageddon. A lot of people have them at S plus. I might try to hunt him and get him S plus, but that's gonna be a different point in time. I might create a video on that as well if you guys want to. Star Show. I also have him at red speed, even though he is a 2 bar on speed. A lot of people are swearing by the S plus, but I don't really care. I want it because it's difficult. Of course, perfect stats on the windy, 1 bar speed, red speed, of course. Wooly, this is the Miscrit that I was talking about. You guys wanted to breed him at red speed and either red EA or white EA, so you guys can see here. Bonuses, of course, could do a little bit better than that, but that's a different time, different mind time, I guess. Of course, Blighted Afterburn, another Miscrit of contention. A lot of people swear him by S plus green speed, but I would rather just have him a tank at red speed. Of course, she bonus, not really done anything about that just yet. Look at that. That's so bad. Keeper S plus, of course, you guys can look at the stats. Should be S plus. And then of course, Dark Poltergust, S plus. The only legendary remaining that I have not hunted for red speed or bred just yet is the Full Croaky. Basically what I'm going to do next is learn the pattern for breeding. If it's going to be a 3-2-1 or 1-2-3 or 2-3-1. Seems like it's going to be a 2 at first, and then it's going to move a few boxes to the left or to the right. I'm going to learn that soon. In any case, that's enough yapping, you guys. That's pretty much the basics of stats and breeding. I hope that it helped you guys a little bit in understanding how it works, what it should be. Again, if you guys wanted some explanations about red speeds and green speeds, difference it makes, especially in the arenas and competitive, I would be willing to create that video, guys. Help out everyone in learning more about this game. In any case, I'd like to thank you guys for watching and hope that I will be seeing you guys on the next video. Goodbye for now.